Hello, ladies, and welcome back to another episode of Get 'em Girl, a girl's guide to relationships, femininity, dating, polarity, and attraction. Okay, ladies, we are going to have real conversation today. We're going to have real talk today because I heard the call for more content, of course, but also in my last video, we talked about respect and respect for our man and ways we can show that. And I'm gonna be honest, some of y'all got in the comments really tussling. And so what's funny to me is me just saying, let's respect our men, caused such a response to where there was actual tussling in the comments. Do y'all know the videos where it's like Black Friday and everybody's like busting in the store and they you hear sneakers scuffing and people fighting and back. That's what it looks like when y'all get in these comments tussling like that, because this YouTube is really about unity. This is not one of those battle of the sexes YouTubes. This is not that. This is really to bring unity between the men and the women. It really is. I'm tired of this whole battle of the sexes and that whole thing. That's not what we do here. Here, we're going to learn how to value and respect our men, and we're going to learn how to coexist with them to create beautiful lives and beautiful marriages, because that's ultimately what I want for y'all. But here's the thing, deep down, you really want that for yourself. I know you want to fight about it and all of that, but don't you want a good love? Like, deep down, like when you really, really sit with yourself and you think about it, don't you want to be loved really well by someone you love? Like, aren't you tired of trying to manipulate your way into things? Aren't you tired of the games? Honestly, aren't you? And here's the thing about even that. I was talking about respecting our men, and I got a few comments like, oh, I heard you're supposed to do the opposite. Oh, you heard that you were supposed to disrespect him for him to become the provider that you want? Don't you realize when someone is doing something that you actually want or enjoy, and then you within yourself decide on purpose to give them this nonchalant, almost defiant response, that's actually manipulation? Because although you're actually happy about it, and although they actually did the thing that you asked them to do, you decided to still act as if you don't care so that you can get something else from the equation. Don't you realize that's manipulation? We don't teach that here. Are you not tired of the games? Honestly, be honest with yourself. Are you not tired of the dating games? Are you not tired of, if you do this and do this, you'll get him to do? Aren't you tired of that? Don't you want good love anymore? Where are the ladies that want good love anymore? Don't you want to be loved so well that it just make you want to get up and get in the kitchen and you're going to figure out what to make? You don't know what it is. I'm going to get in the kitchen. I'm finna figure out how to make a peach cobbler. I don't know how to do it, but we're going to find out today because I'm being loved so well. It's doing something to my creativity. I got to figure it out. Don't you want good love? Are you not tired of the battle and the tussling and the fighting with each other, fighting with our men? Are you not tired of that? Honestly, and if you are approaching men with the same energy that some of you had in the comments, that's probably part of the problem. Are you not tired of fighting? Don't you want to lay all that down and just have something genuine? Would it not feel good on a Sunday afternoon? Y'all are both off of work, or he's off of work, and you're relaxing, for y'all to just be around each other, in each other's arms. Maybe you're stroking his head and wiping down the waves on his head, and he's like gently rubbing your back. Wouldn't it just feel good to have good love? Why are we tussling when the goal is the same? And the thing is, this whole battle of the sexes and all this manipulation and all, that's not the channel. This ain't the channel for that. If that's what you were looking for, I'm going to have to direct you elsewhere, because we don't do that here. This is a safe space. Of course, you can share other points of view, but this is not the space to tussle, honestly, because we all deep down, we want the same thing. We really do. I know what the media is trying to portray and all that kind of stuff, but men and women, we want to find our person. I know what they're trying to sell us. I know what the media and the songs are saying. I hear the Meg the Stallion and the Glorilla. Like, I know what they're saying. But here's the funny thing. Don't you think that art imitates life? And so what's happening is we're out here tussling with our men 50-50 and this, we're having all these conversations. We tussling. City boys up 1,000, city girls up 1,000. We doing all this kind of stuff. Don't you realize that art imitates life? And so now you wonder why the music ain't good no more, why the love songs don't hit like the 90s. We out here tussling and fighting each other, and you expect them to get in the studio talking about some, don't you remember you told me? They not finna do that. They like, the public not even in the space for that. I'm finna give them some, I don't know, some, what do they be saying? F your baby mama and all. I'm gonna give them that because that's the space they in. So we're gonna feed them some more of that. Don't you want something that feels like a 90s love song? Don't you want something that feeds you? Aren't you tired of tussling? Aren't you tired of the back and forth? Trying to manipulate someone into loving you and trying to, oh, if I'm mean to him, then he'll like. Why are you trying to manipulate? Don't you want something genuine? Don't you want that? And here's the thing with the whole, I heard if you're mean to him, he'll treat you. It's not that you're mean to him. That's not what's doing it. Let me tell you what's really doing it. And I'm going to break it down as simply as I can. Do you know why men run from you in the beginning stages when y'all are dating and talking and you're really liking him, but for some reason he runs? A lot of the times, this is what I need you to realize. You have started talking to this man, okay? You really like him. You're enjoying y'all's time when y'all are together. This is what we do. You start enjoying your time with him. You start enjoying those conversations. And then you start fantasizing and thinking about him. Now he's not just getting your attention when he's with you. Now he's getting all of your attention. So when he's with you, he's getting all your attention. When you're at home and you're supposed to be cleaning and doing everything else, he's getting your attention. When you're at work or with your girlfriends or outside the house, he's getting all your attention. You want the man to text you all day and night. Otherwise, you feel like he don't like you. He's still trying to get used to the fact that you're even in his life. Y'all just met a few weeks ago. Let the man adjust to the fact that there is a new person in his life and learn how to operate with you. You ain't even gave the man a chance to adjust. All he knows is there's this new person in my life. I'm learning what that's like. But whoa, she's putting a whole lot of attention over here. And that feels heavy and it's scaring the mess out of me. I'm about to get out of here. Relax. Relax a bit. It's only that simple. When you're with him, give him your attention. When you're with him, yes, show him some respect. When you're with him, enjoy that time. And when you're not with him, focus on the task at hand, not him. When you're at work, focus on work. It's okay to get a couple texts in here and there, but you're at work. Focus on that. When you with your girls, be with your girls. Y'all just started talking. There's no reason for you to be blowing him up when you're actually in the middle of doing something yourself. He does not need 100% of your attention. Give him your attention when he's in front of you, but when you have other things to do, go do those other things. Let the man breathe. Let him get used to you being in his life. He will crave more, but give him a chance to want it himself. Don't force it down his throat. And I'm sorry that I'm sorry that I'm fussing, but all the tussling, I'm like, don't y'all realize that this is about creating unity? Don't you realize this is about bridging the gap between us and men? I'm trying to help you get what you want, and I'm trying to make it to where you don't have to manipulate not a soul to get there. You want something genuine, right? Don't you want a man that loves you down? Wouldn't that feel good to you? Because I can tell you, anyone who meets me, and I love my husband. Anyone who meets my husband, when they talk to me afterwards, they say, girl, that man loves you. That man don't play about his wife. I wouldn't mess with her. And she is me. It's just that serious. Don't you want a man that does not play about you? Don't you want a man who genuinely loves you? What would that feel like? Don't you want to get out of this whole modern day back and forth? We tussling with them. We arguing about 50-50. We can't even get a date to go well. We getting ghosted. Aren't you tired of all of that? Get out of that tussling mindset. Get out of fighting every single time a talk comes out about a relationship. You so traumatized by the fact that you've been tussling with these men and your dating life not going the way you wanted to, that you can't even listen to a podcast about relationships without them saying something that's going to send you over. Get your emotions in line and realize what you want. Sit down with yourself. Okay, sit down with yourself. You listening to all this, stop listening to all this crazy music, but expecting this love story and all. Sometimes when you're in the process of trying to get a thing, you have to be very selective about what you're letting in. You're listening to all this Glorilla. You're listening to all this Meg Thee Stallion. No disrespect to those ladies, but they're feeding you something. But don't you think, honestly, be completely honest. Don't you think when Meg Thee Stallion sits down after she makes that record and she's at home and she might be by herself, that she's sitting there and she don't want good love? So she's on the track giving you F him and this and this. That girl sits by herself and probably wishes that there was a man in her life right now that would just love her good. And so you're letting all these outside things rile you up. When you're in the process of trying to get something, be careful about what you let yourself get fed. You have to monitor that. Stop listening to all of that crazy stuff and get down to the nitty gritty. Get down to the songs that make you envision what you want going forward. Okay, talk to God about the kind of man. Hello, sow some seeds. Talk to God about the kind of man you even want coming into your life so that he's right when he gets there. How about that? How about we spend our time doing that? Okay, cut out all that hardcore stuff when you're trying to cut all of that out. Listen to something soft. Listen to something that don't make you feel like you want to nuck if you buck. Okay? Because you're taking all of that in, not realizing that it's actually affecting your energy. It's actually affecting how you come off to people. Now, when you sit down on a date, you can't figure out why every time you sit down with a man for a date, y'all end up debating. You got all that hardcore energy on you that you're trying to let off. Stop doing this to yourself. Stop stunting yourself from the progress that you know you want to make. You know you want a man that you can lay next to at night and know that he has your best interest at heart. You know you want a provider. You know you want somebody that's going to take care of you and make you feel like you're in the safest space. You want that. But yet you out here tussling on every date, tussling in the comment sections, tussling underneath the podcast, tussling with other women who make you feel like there's something out there that you ain't experienced, tussling with everybody. Relax, sis. Get rid of some of that energy and calm yourself down. Bring all of that back down so you can get back to you. You're so busy trying to fight everybody that you don't even realize when someone's trying to give you some tools that actually get you what you want. I'm not going to teach you how to manipulate people. So I'm not going to sit here and say, treat a man like crap to get what you want. No. We're not going to do that. We want genuine love over here, genuine interest. We want genuine men. We want men who are going to be 10 toes down behind you. That's what we want. We don't want nobody that we had to manipulate into a relationship and then further down, they realize they was manipulated, but y'all still together, but they resent you. And now everybody who's around y'all can read it. No. When you finally enter into a relationship or a marriage, you want people to see that and say, you know what? I don't know what it is about those two, but there's something there. Like they love each other. Don't you want good love? Aren't you tired of manipulating and playing the games? And if you say this, it'll get him to do this. And if you do this, no. All I've asked you to do thus far, it's only 4 videos on this page, now 5. All I've asked you to do thus far is respect the man. And we're already tussling. Don't you know that if God sends you the man that you want today, you're going to have to respect him? Which is why I say listen to them when you're on these dates and stuff, because the way I respect my man may be different than the way that you respect your man, but regardless, it's still respect. Instead of fighting with them on these dates and arguing about 50-50 and doing all these things, how about we learn what it takes to make a person feel respected? How about we give them a little insight on how we want to feel in a relationship? How about we give them a little insight and actually let them see what gets us excited? Let them see what makes us happy. Yes, be giddy if he does something on the date that you like. And when you leave the date, it was very nice meeting you. I really enjoyed this. I hope we get to do it again. Then go about your business. If he likes you, he will reach out to you. It's okay. It does not have to be so all or nothing. It's either you're arguing and tussling with the guy, or you're so obsessed with him after 3 weeks of meeting that you're bombarding him with calls and texts, wondering why he's not returning the energy. There is a balance to the two. I need you to know that. And that balance is what's going to get you something healthy. That balance is what's going to get you a healthy man. Do you realize that if you can get a man by being mean to him on purpose, do you realize if you can get him by treating him like crap, okay, and getting him to buy you whatever you want because you're mean to him, that's actually a unhealed man? Do you realize that? Don't you realize that there's something unhealed in him because he's attracted to when you are mean to him and it makes him want to do more stuff for you? Do you want an unhealed husband? Is that what you're interested in? Let's think about what we are saying and putting out when we are on this search. If you treat him mean and it draws him to you and he keeps doing stuff for you because you are so mean, do you realize he's unhealthy right now? There is something in him that needs to be healed. There's some work he needs to go back and do, because a healthy man is not going to stand for that. A masculine man who is healthy and he is emotionally ready and mentally ready and spiritually ready for a wife, he's not going to be okay with that. He's going to expect some kind of respect around this thing. He's not going to go for that. Do you want an unhealed man? While you're out here using all of these manipulation tactics and all these different things to try to get him to do what you want him to do. Don't you realize that's an unhealed person you playing with? Do you realize that? And I'm sorry that I'm coming at y'all this way, but what I'm trying to get you to realize is what you really want is out there. What you really want is available. God has already made it available. It's out there. There are men out there who are ready. But the reason you don't see it is because you yourself are not in the right headspace. Get yourself in the right headspace. Align yourself with what you say you want so that you can actually see it when it presents itself. And you're not sitting there arguing with a man who actually would fit the bill. I need you to reconsider the way that you are addressing these relationship matters. I really do, because I can tell even by some of the energy in the comments, and I got a lot of really sweet people in the comments. Do not get me wrong. It was some people kind of gathering some people together like, do you hear what you're saying? So I do appreciate that. And I'm very grateful that y'all are tuning into the videos. But what I am going to say is it's time to get out of that tussling and that fighting and get into the energy of a woman who is emotionally able to control herself, mentally able to control herself, knows what she wants out of a relationship, can admit to herself that she wants to be loved. She wants a ring on her finger. She wants a man who just loves her down. She wants to be able to be soft for somebody. She wants a safe space. Sit down and actually come to grips with those things for yourself, and then decide to do it differently. Make that decision, because as long as you stay in the energy of fighting and men versus women and discussing all of these topics, you're not going to be able to see the right thing when it does show up, because you're not aligned with it. Stop making dating into politics. Are you the party of 50-50? Are you the party of being a provider? Are you this? Are you that? Are you this? Are you that? Become the woman who a man willingly wants to provide for. There are men out here who want to provide for a woman. They just waiting for the right one to come along. Align yourself with what you say you want. Stop thinking about what everybody else is saying or doing and trying to change people's minds and, oh, he a 50-50, I'm finna let him know about himself. It's not your job to do that. All you know is that's not right for you, so keep it moving, okay? You're gonna find what's right for you. There's no point in fighting with the people who are not right for you along the way. Get out of that energy. Get out of that. Sit down and think about it. Pray about it. Get your mind right. Accept the kind of energy that you're in, and then make a decision to change it. Realize about yourself what kind of energy you're presenting out right now. I need you to think about that. And then after you think about that, and after you decide what you want, then make the necessary changes. Then come and watch the video about how we can show our men respect, what makes them want to spoil you, what makes this. But until you get in the right frame of mind, you won't receive it. You won't receive it. So I need you to do that for yourself, because I'm trying to get you what you want. This page is to bridge the gap. I want to see happy relationships, happy marriages. I want emails of women saying, listen, baby, he done came along and the girl is smiling. I'm singing Jill Scott. I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy. That's what I want. I want that for you. Okay, so all in all, I'm sorry that I had to get on y'all though, because there was a lot of comments that y'all don't see on there no more because it was going far left. Okay, but I had to come on here and talk to y'all, because before you can get what you're saying you want to get, you got to get your mind right. You got to get in alignment with the thing you say you want. And a man who is a provider, he ain't finna just sit up and be tussling with you all day. I'm going to tell you that. Okay, so I am going to let y'all marinate on that. I want to thank y'all so much for the love and the engagement on all the videos so far. I hope y'all been enjoying them. I hope y'all enjoyed the real talk today, because I feel like we needed it. But until next time, thank you for watching. Get up, girl. Y'all have a good one.